I'm currently on a month-long trip across Canada, traveling 4,500 kilometers on train from Halifax to Vancouver.
Oh wow, just come around the corner here. I can now actually sort of see out to the coast.
I recently emigrated to Canada from the UK, and this trip is a perfect way to get to know my new home country. And so in its final leg, I'm going to be heading to the Rocky Mountains at Jasper.
Look at that! I mean, this is just beyond any expectations. We've got two moose right in the middle of the road.
I'll have 4 days exploring around with a car rental in Jasper before getting back on the train and heading to the finish line in Vancouver.
All right, we made it to Vancouver. Loved that. That was absolutely brilliant.
My journey began 3 weeks ago exploring around the Maritimes before I boarded the train in Halifax and city hopped my way through Quebec and Ontario. I then boarded Via Rail's Canadian line, which runs all the way from Toronto to Vancouver, and I stopped for a few days in both Winnipeg and Saskatoon.
This is amazing. This is so cool. But the great thing about Heritage Park here is you can arrive with zero knowledge, but then get a very good understanding of the history.
And now, I'm about to get back on the train for the 20-hour journey that'll take me from the prairies to the Rocky Mountains.
All right, time to get back on the train and time to head up to the mountains. So, let's go. This is me for the next 22 hours, I think. Yeah, so tomorrow morning I'll be waking up in Jasper. It's going to be my 5th time in Jasper, but I haven't been there in 10 years. And last year they had the devastating wildfires there, so it'll be interesting to see how the area's recovered, how it's doing. But I love being in the mountains so much, so I'm very, very excited to get back. It's going to be an amazing few days. The sun's gone down, so next time I see daylight, we should be in Jasper. Okay, it is 7 a.m. We were supposed to arrive at 6:30, but we're running a bit late, so we're going to pull in at 9:30. But the sun's just starting to come up, and I can see mountains. Pretty sure that's Pyramid Mountain up ahead, which is right above Jasper. So we're about 20 minutes away now, and I'm just itching to get off the train just to get out, because it's a beautiful day, it's blue skies, looking amazing. So I gotta pick up my car rental, go check in my hotel, grab some food, and then we go explore. But just look at this. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Before the European settlers arrived, the Jasper area had been used by the indigenous people for travel, hunting, and trade through the Rocky Mountains. In the early 1800s, fur traders established Jasper House, a key trading post, and the region later became protected as Jasper Forest Park, which evolved into Jasper National Park. In 1911, the Grand Trunk Pacific Railway reached the area, connecting it to eastern and western Canada, and this arrival played a major role in establishing Jasper's tourism industry. I've got 4 days here to explore around, so I picked up my car rental from the station, checked into my hotel, and then I was ready to hit the road. I've got my supplies and ready to go. We're going to head to Maligne Lake, which is like a 48-minute drive. All the faff is done. Got my trusted Diet Coke. So let's go. Just look at this though. Look at what we're driving through. Oh boy, I'm excited. Alright, let's see if we can spot any moose. Apparently, when I was picking up the car rental, like someone saw like 13 moose at the lake today. And now I've said that on camera, it's probably not going to happen, but let's just see how we do. Just to begin with, I'm driving through all the burnt-out forest. It's devastated, but still beautiful though. Still incredible. Just like that, it's back to green. It's like the fire just stopped, and then now it's back to how it should be. This is so cool. Oh, I'm just so happy to be here. So good to be back. Wow. Right up by the mountains now. Well, we're not in the prairies anymore. There's a raven here poking around in someone's van for supplies. Huge as well. Anyway, I'm at Maligne Lake. I was looking at the map. It's a nice little loop trail I could do just on the other side to Moose Lake, so I might go and check that out after I've had a look at the views. Feels like Canada's just flexing now. You know, it's like, I'm glad you've enjoyed your coast-to-coast trip, but now let me just show off. Yeah, I had originally planned to do the boat tour out to Spirit Island. They closed down for the season just a few days ago, and it's 18th of October, just for reference of what time of year. I hopped back in my car just for a couple of minutes to get to the other car park for the hike up to Moose Lake. Oh shit. I'm just about to start the walk. There's a moose right here. What a beautiful creature. Well, I guess you should still do the moose loop, even though I've just seen one. It's like a 2k little loop to Moose Lake, which I just saw on a map. I thought that might be worth checking out, so that's what I'm going to do. Just think 2-3 weeks ago, I was in like Montreal and Ottawa, and it was like 30 degrees. And now I'm in a little winter wonderland. Yeah, they obviously had a little bit of snow, and then it melted. Now it's frozen over again. So the whole path's like an ice rink. Look at this though. It does kind of feel like I've just stepped into Narnia. You can see the lake peeking through. Looks frozen over. How amazing is this, though? That's a big one. I don't know what that mountain is, but that's huge. You can see now why I was in a rush to get out, because I just wanted to get to places like this and just have a moment, eat my sandwich, and take it all in. What a beautiful spot. Right, shall continue. It's just over 10 years since I was last standing on this lake, skimming stones. And I managed to cut my finger back then as well. Well, I've just completed the loop back in the car park. The moose is actually still there. It's just sitting down, chilling in the woods. A moose? We got moose in the road. We got 2 moose right in the middle of the road. Tell you what, they're huge. It's a good start though, seen 3 moose today. I made my way back to Jasper and then head to the old Fort Point to do a short hike up for amazing views of the valley. Oh shit! Whole bunch of elk here. Trying to start the walk, but the elk is just blocking the bottom of the stairs. I might be able to get past it, but I don't know. Well, eventually got past him. Up we go. A couple of cheeky false horizons on this thing. Well, here we are. Well, this is a perfect view of the town of Jasper. And yeah, a very good overview of the damage from the wildfires. Like everything around me here was all burnt. And I think this end of town got hit, but then it kind of stopped before it took out the rest. And like I was saying earlier in the car, yes, there's a lot of burnt down trees, but it's still beautiful, still spectacular. So I have for this evening booked to go up the SkyTram to do a bit of a stargazing evening. It's gonna be nice to go up there, but don't think there's gonna be much stargazing this evening. Just pure overcast. Back in town, I finally got a chance to settle into my cabin at Bear Hill Lodge. Whoa. This is sick. And then I made my way towards the SkyTram to try my luck with the dark skies evening. Wow. Check out this guy. That's a beautiful creature. That's magnificent. The antlers on that are just incredible. It was about a 15-minute drive from the center of town to the SkyTram, if you ignore wildlife stops, and then I got myself checked in for the Star Sessions evening. Like at the start of it, they take you into this like inflatable dome at the bottom, and in there they give you like a briefing on like this kind of stars you're going to see at the top. And then we took the SkyTram up, the cable car up, sat down for a meal, which was lovely. It was like 3-course. I got some ciabatta bread, had this nice chicken and a chocolate mousse. That was all great, but then before it even got dark, just the clouds were coming even more and it was just snowing. I don't think we're going to see any stars this evening. It's snowing. They couldn't even point the telescopes down towards Jasper to look at things because it's all just coming in. They've actually got a dark sky festival on here in Jasper right now, and they've changed all the lights in the town so like all the street lights are just facing down to help preserve the dark sky. So I think on a clear night that would have been phenomenal. It just wasn't a clear night. Well, good morning from Jasper. My plan for this morning is I'm going to go driving on the Icefields Parkway, the road between Jasper and Banff, because it's one of the most beautiful roads in the world, and I'm going to be driving on it tomorrow to go do my glacier hike at Columbia Icefields, but because of the timing of it, I won't get to stop and see many things along the way, so I'm basically going to do the exact same drive this morning. Maybe go a little further to try and see if we can get to Peyto Lake, but it just depends on the conditions and the weather. I won't be going as far as Lake Louise because that will just take too long to get there and back.
and I've got a food tour booked this afternoon. Yeah, should be good fun. So I'm just going to get packed up, have a little breakfast, then hit the road. So I've just pulled over at the Athabasca Pass viewpoint, and this is what I'm going to be driving down, this valley right here. Oh, it's so beautiful. I need to look at some more words. I keep saying beautiful. I need to get a thesaurus out.
Well, the road's obviously just come up a little bit higher, so now all the trees have got snow and frost in them, and we got the sun rising over the mountains ahead. It's perfect. It's so perfect. This is unreal. Look at that! This is the Columbia Icefield Centre, where I'll be coming tomorrow, hopefully, to do my glacier hike. There's all the buses that go up there.
Well, I think I'm going to turn around here because my plan was to drive all the way to Pado Lake and then gradually work my way back to Jasper, stopping at all the sites. But it's still an hour to go and the roads have just suddenly become covered in snow. And I haven't fitted with winter tires, but still, you know, by myself. I have no phone signal, so I might just stop here. It could be absolutely fine, but also it's like I'm pushing it just to go to a place I've been to before, just because it's an iconic spot when there's actually loads more beautiful things to see that I've just driven past. So I'll turn you this way. It's not actually that cold. I don't know if that's because I'm a hardened Winnipegger now after surviving one mild winter, but it's not actually that cold out at all. Very glad I've done this morning.
So here's the snowplow, so I should have just waited for him. Oh well, decision's been made.
So this is where I'm going to be coming tomorrow to go hiking on the glacier, but I thought I'd just stop and have a quick look, just in case it's cancelled tomorrow or something. That wind coming off it right now is bloody cold though.
Well, I might see that tomorrow, might not. It depends on the conditions. Let's see what they advise.
I drove about another 10 minutes back towards Jasper and then stopped to do a hike at Beauty Creek.
Oh, hello. I think it's like an hour-long walk you can do here to some waterfalls, so I'm gonna give it a go. Look at these guys though. Chancing for some food. 3.2k return, easy. Yeah, so this trail I haven't done before and hadn't heard of before until 2 days ago. So when I was on the train from Saskatoon to Jasper, some guy who lived in Edmonton recommended this trail. So don't know the guy's name, but if for some reason he ends up watching this, thanks mate. Wow! You see like the frozen bits around it. My God. Oh wow, there's even more. I don't think these are even the main falls. I think it's just like little ones along the way. It's beautiful. See, there I am again. But it is beautiful. Absolutely loving this. There's so many little waterfalls coming down the creek. Nature at its best. This is a great little hike. Oh, come on. This is getting silly now.
I mean, this is just beyond any expectations. Like, so incredible. You got the frozen icicles next to the still flowing waterfall. You got the bright blue colored glacier water, snow in the trees. What more do you want than this? Wow, 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 wow. You get these little clearings and you can see up to the mountaintops above. Just breathtaking. I think this is it. This is just heaven on earth though. Yeah, rather glad I've done this little hike. This has been like one of the highlights of the whole trip. Seems so much quieter now I'm away from the waterfalls. That was outstanding though. Like, so glad I did that. Yes, back to the car and start making my way back along towards Jasper.
My first stop on the way back to Jasper was Sunwapta Falls.
0.1k, I think we can manage that. Ah, super impressive though. Cool, alright, on to the next one. Alright, next quick stop is the Goats and Glaciers lookout. See how many glaciers and goats we can see. Well, that's a very pretty panoramic view. Nice contrast of colours like the bright blue river, the green trees, and then the white peaks of the mountains. Alright, last stop of the morning, Athabasca Falls. And she's a busy one. Still as spectacular though. No amount of crowds is going to change that. Alright, now that I'm back in town, I'm actually going to spend some time in town. I'm going to be doing a foodie tour. So they're going to be taking us to 4 different restaurants, trying out different bits of food, pairing them with some nice drinks, learn a little bit more about Jasper. So yeah, done my adventuring for the morning, so now let's just eat.
So the food tour I was on was simply called Jasper Food Tour, and it lasts 3 hours, takes you to 4 different restaurants, and it's actually been rated in the top 10 food tours in all of Canada.
There's a nice mixture of food as well, and something quite surprising. I didn't think I'd be having some falafel with white wine and then elk tacos with margaritas, you know?
That's amazing though.
It's another favorite place for a lot of us.
Lots of great stories about the history of Jasper along the way as well. It's a great way to learn about the town, great way to try some amazing food and support some local businesses. It's just a really good afternoon's experience, and I am stuffed now. I'm gonna have a little rest for a bit and then I might go out for a drink later. Got this set up just outside the cabin, so gotta use it once. Cheers. Towel. Might look like I'm worried about wetting myself, but no, did the trick. Got a local lager here as well. Pretty good. Looks like it's another good night for stargazing. Well, good morning. What a beautiful morning here in Jasper. Got word the glacier hike is on, which is amazing. This is a gorgeous day out here actually. It's the least amount of clouds we've seen. Yeah, so I can basically just drive back to where I was yesterday. I'm meeting the guide Ben there, and we go hike on the glacier. So this could be something really, really special. I'm very excited for this. Okay, I had to pull over at this lookout again. This is the Athabasca lookout. Comparing this to yesterday, like yesterday I was like, oh, this is cool, but now it's just like, it's just unbelievable. Just jumped out the car real quick again to come look at this viewpoint. There's the big glacier just sitting on the top of the mountain there.
After After about an hour and 15 minutes of driving, I made it to the glacier, and the last time I was actually on the glacier was back in 2001, when we went in these trucks here and drove straight onto the glacier and had a bit of a wander around. But they're all closed up for the season now, and so I'm doing a hike with Rockaboo Mountain Adventures, and it'll just be myself and the guide Ben hiking out there alone.
Yeah, we're just getting packed up and ready to go and getting lots of layers on because it's a little chilly with the wind coming off the glacier.
Right, up we go.
On the way up, they had markers of where the glacier used to reach, and now we're going to have to walk around the lake that's at the bottom of the glacier.
So you said this summer you'd get a Zodiac across that.
Yeah, we were. We had a boat dock kind of by that big rock over there.
Yeah.
And then some of the, what look like islands in the middle are actually floating icebergs.
Right.
So they changed day by day where they were situated.
Yeah.
So we come up, now we go down to the glacier.
Temporary bridges to be able to get onto the glacier itself.
Right.
Because there's a fast flowing meltwater creek right on its flank. A little bit less fast flowing today.
We stopped for a moment to put on some extra gear, and then we finally set foot on the glacier.
Okay, we're officially on the glacier.
Yeah.
Is that it? We just turn around now?
The conditions right now were just a really small little bit of snow on top of the ice. But the ice on the glacier is much more granular than what it might expect. It's not like a hockey rink.
Yeah.
Almost has a little pebble texture to it.
We started working our way up, and the wind really started to pick up.
How you doing warmth-wise?
Good. Yeah, it's holding up. A little break from the wind, just face away from it.
We paused for a moment so Ben could show me how they secure a rope into the ice.
If you want to try, come over here and try to pull this out.
Yeah, that's not going anywhere. Wow, that is like so... It's not even like moving in like the slightest bit at all. It's so sturdy. It's incredible.
A single ice screw can statically hold a person very comfortably.
Ben actually explained a lot of cool things on the way up, but with the wind blowing, the audio on the GoPro didn't pick up a word of it.
Depends on the ice surface.
There's a deep grass just here. We're just gonna go check it out. How amazing is this thing?
Encased in snow, you wouldn't be able to tell where the hole starts and where the solid ice is.
Yeah.
That was absolutely amazing. You know, a lot of this trip's been sort of just by the nature of it, exploring cities and things like that, which has been absolutely lovely. But just to get outdoors and just sort of do something a bit more adventurous felt good for the soul. We had the whole glacier just for us, and just walking that landscape was just so spectacular. Loved that. That was absolutely brilliant. What an incredible experience. So yeah, my face is feeling very dry right now from the wind going. Yeah, so what I'm going to do now is go a bit further south on the road here, sort of further south than where I turned around the other day, but because it's warmed up and the snow plows have been around, the road might be okay. I'm not going to have enough time to get to Peyto Lake or anything like that, but there's a couple of the little spots I want to check out before I head back to Jasper.
So this is where I turned around yesterday, and all this road was covered in snow, and now it's all cleared. I mean, it's starting to snow again now, but yeah, what difference today makes. Holy shit! This is amazing!
So I've just stopped here at Weeping Rock, which is as far as I'm going to go. It's kind of cool to see right now because some of it's frozen and some of it's still running. I remember when I stopped here in 2015, 10 years ago, and I pulled over to look at the falls. So I got out the car, I was like, oh wow, look at that. And then there was a bear right there. I was like, shit! Got straight back in the car. Not sure if we're going to see any bears today. They're all kind of getting ready for their hibernations. They're all kind of real estate hunting. Just look at this. Alright, time to turn around and head back to Jasper. It looks so amazing that way, but don't have time. See, let me show you the other way. See you next time.
Alright, back we go.
Okay, so there's 3 old railway pubs in town. They're all built in 1927, I think. Around then, I'll have to double check that. So I'm going to go for a pint in each one. Starting out with O'Shea's. Okay, this place is incredible. Interesting fact about these 3 pubs was they used to have tunnels going between them so that during the winter months people could get between one pub to another without being out in the cold. So it was a literal pub crawl back then. I was saying to the food guide that they should reopen the tunnels and actually make a tour out of it.
This is the best of the 3.
Good morning, another lovely morning here in Jasper. Just picked up a breakfast to go from Lost Lands Cafe there, which lovely little spot. Tasty little breakfast wrap. So this morning I'm doing something a little bit different because I've signed up for like a half-day tour, and this is a wildlife tour with a company called Sundog. So we're going to go and hopefully find a whole bunch of wildlife in the area and also learn about the recovery from the fires.
We're going to spend a little bit of time right in the valley bottom. We are just at the end of the elk rut, which is the elk mating season.
The Sundog tour doesn't go to the same route every time. It's kind of like when you do a safari, the guides and the rangers will communicate to each other about where the animals are.
Statistically, by far, our most dangerous animals. You're 10 times more likely to be hurt by an elk than a bear or Jasper. In the spring, the females are very, very aggressive with their young. And in the fall, well, as I said, just coming out of the rut, the males they try to turn cars into convertibles.
He was a really good guide, really informative, and sort of learning about like not just what just happened with the wildfires here, but like how the area is recovering and which animals sort of benefit from it. Like the grazing animals like the deer and the elk are actually doing really well because the grass is actually really fresh and new, because when like the forest is all built up there's less sunlight that hits the grass, but now because the forest is burnt there's way more sunlight hitting the grass, so it's a lot healthier and it's a lot tastier for those animals. Plus with the trees being burned down, the landscape's more barren, so it's harder for their predators to sneak up on them, so they're doing really well. We started making our way towards Maligne Lake, which is where I went on my first day here, but since that's where all the moose sightings have been, that's where we're heading.
I've loved driving around the last few days, like loved it, but it is nice having someone else drive for a bit and just be able to, try and look out for the wildlife and soak in the views.
This guy is very old. We can hop out, stay right beside the bus. I've seen this guy a couple of times. well, a few times, and you can just see that he's withering away. And he doesn't move very far. There is herds of bighorn sheep around here. He's not able to keep up with them anymore, though.
We didn't see any bears today, and I haven't seen any bears in my time here in Jasper, which normally I've seen loads in this area, but I think because it's late October, they're all sort of starting to look for places that they can hibernate. But he was explaining as the new vegetation begins to regrow, there's going to be like tons of buffalo berries which the bears feed on. So in about 10 years time, Jasper is going to be like the bear capital of the world.
Yeah, so back at Maligne Lake. Turns out the car parks in Maligne Lake are prime viewing spots for moose. We had it both times I was here.
No, let's not get any closer.
Wow. That's the young calf, is it?
No, that's Mom. The other one is right here somewhere. Oh, see, look how it's leaning. It's on his front legs to get to the salt. Yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the wildlife tour this morning. Like, even though I retraced my steps from the first day, any day you have to go back to Maligne Lake is not a bad day. And I learned a load of stuff, saw some really cool animals, and I think if you didn't have a car, then it's a really great way to experience a lot more of the area.
So it's my final afternoon here in Jasper, so I'm just going to get in the car and drive about 10-15 minutes to a place called Pyramid Lake, which I haven't been to before, but hopefully get some nice views, a little wander around, and just enjoy these last hours of being right up here in the Rockies. Like, just doing that drive, I'm immediately glad with my decision to come here and check this out, because it looks amazing. First up, I'm going to check out Pyramid Island on Pyramid Lake in front of Pyramid Mountain. Well, this is absolutely perfect. What a gorgeous place. So you can see across the Whistler's Mountain and the top of the SkyTram just there. There is some hiking you can do up there, but I think it's a bit late in the season for that. Just covered in snow and ice. What a phenomenal view. Just perfect. Right, back onto the mainland. I'm just going to drive the car a little bit further along, and then there's a little trail up to a viewpoint up here, I think. But yeah, there's a pyramid overlook up here, which I'm going to go check out. One thing, it's not going to come across on video, is this forest smells amazing. Just that kind of rich pine smell to it. Like, you know, if you like buy a candle, it's like pine scented and you hold it right up to your nose. It's like that, but everywhere. It's lovely. Decent bit of incline to this. It's not just a gentle stroll, it's a bit of a workout to it. This was definitely worth the short hike up. This is just phenomenal, like far better than I thought it could be. We've got the Pyramid Mountain and the Pyramid Lake just over here. That's Patricia Lake down there. Behind me you can see Whistler's Mountain and the SkyTram. And over there is a good view down to Jasper. But you know, when it's late in the day and you've hiked up to a mountain viewpoint, there's only one thing to do. Let's crack open a beer. This is by Jasper Brewing Company. They've not sponsored this, but this is the Jasper the Bear Ale. Cheers. It's not a bad way to finish my time in Jasper. Come up here and moment of solitude and take it all in. But tomorrow I get back on the train and it's the last journey to Vancouver, and then I finished. I've done the whole coast to coast, which feels kind of surreal, you know. It's going to take a while to sort of process everything that's sort of happened this trip, because I know it's been amazing, but I've just squeezed so much into a month and experienced so much, learned so much, and eaten so much food that it's going to take a while to like let it all sink in and reflect on it. But I can tell you, sitting here right now is pretty damn special, and feels like a long time ago that I was at Peggy's Cove with those annoying bagpipes. And now I'm just here in serene bliss up in the mountains. So anyway, gonna enjoy the rest of my beer, then head back down, and just have a fun evening in Jasper with some food and drinks. Anyway, cheers. So, since I've been staying at a few of the old railway hotels on this trip, I thought I'd come and check out the one in Jasper. Even though I'm not staying at it, I thought I'd come and have a look and just get a drink at the bar. That seems very nice. Don't get me wrong, I love where I'm staying, and it's great to be right by downtown, so I can, you know, access the restaurants, bars and shops and all that. But this does seem very, very nice.
I had a lovely relaxing drink at the Fairmont Hotel, and then I made my way back into town and decided to treat myself to a delicious pizza at Jasper Pizza Place. And then the next morning, it was time to pack my bags and get ready for my final train journey to Vancouver. Unfortunately, this was going to be the most spectacular journey of the entire trip.
Well, it's such a beautiful morning here in Jasper, I kind of don't want to leave. But it does mean I'll get some amazing views from the train today, so as soon as I'm on board, I'm going to go straight to the dome car. But yeah, I had an amazing, incredible time here in Jasper. Now it's time to head to Vancouver, my final destination of my Canada Coast to Coast trip. Alright, so for my final journey, I've been staying in cabins for two, mostly. This is a cabin for one. So, got a seat here, it's got all my stuff in it right now. Bed comes down from here. Got a shelf here to put some stuff up, it's useful. Sink, and then this seat lifted up comes the toilet. There's me.
The journey today was going to take nearly 23 hours, and we should be arriving in Vancouver at 8 AM the next morning.
Yeah, as soon as I got on the train today, I just went straight to the dome car because I knew the view was going to be spectacular as we weaved our way out of the Rockies. And we went past like Moose Lake, it was gorgeous, and then the main event was seeing Mount Robson, and that was just spectacular. Just had a lovely brunch. Now I'm very full, but yeah, I'm gonna just settle in and take it easy as we make our way to Vancouver.
In the evening, I went to check out the bar in the Prestige class, which is available to us in the sleeper class from 5 PM, and it's the last carriage right at the back of the train. Then, after a couple of drinks, I got my bed set up for the night, and the next morning, I'll be waking up in Vancouver.
It's gonna be exciting to get off. Got a couple of days here, explore around, do some fun things, meet up with some friends. It's gonna be a great end to the trip.
Here, I can take that bag for you if you want while you're...
I got it in, but thank you so much, man. I appreciate everything.
Take care.
Man, thank you so much. Cheers. All right, we made it to Vancouver. Here. Coast to coast on a train, complete.
Alright, I've got my bag. Let's get the SkyTram to my hotel downtown. See ya!
I quickly hopped on a SkyTrain to take me downtown, and then I went to check in to my hotel.
There's my hotel.
I'm staying at the Fairmont Hotel, Vancouver, another one of the Grand Railway hotels in Canada. It was built in the 1920s, but not opened till 1939 because of the Great Depression, and it's been visited by royalty, and during World War II, it was converted into a temporary hospital to treat the wounded soldiers.
Let's see if there's anyone in my room or not. Hey, there's no one in it. Oh, this is lovely. I can make this work for the last stop of my trip. I got a lovely king-size bed and also a rather good view of downtown Vancouver. Check that out.
Vancouver used to be known as Granville, a small logging settlement founded here in the early 1860s. It became better known as Gastown, named after John Gassy Jack Dayton, whose saloon opened in 1867 and helped anchor the community. In 1886, Granville was renamed Vancouver when it was incorporated as a city, and then the following year, it became the western terminus of the Canadian Pacific Railway, sparking rapid growth in the city. Today, Vancouver is often ranked as one of the most desirable cities to live in the world, with its stunning coastal location where the mountains, ocean, and urban life come together.
I've got a lot of love for Vancouver. It's the city in Canada I've spent the most time in over the years, other than obviously now living in Winnipeg. But it's really great to be back here to finish off my trip. It does feel a bit strange being back in a big city again after the little cute town of Jasper in the mountains. So what I'm going to do now is go hire out a bike and cycle the Seawall around Stanley Park. Alright, I've picked up my bike from Cycle City, which is literally around the corner from my hotel. You can see it just there. And I'm going to go for a little explore around Stanley Park. You have to do an anti-clockwise loop. It's like a single track, you follow it all around. And rain's supposed to hold off, so let's see how we do.
Alright, off we go. Riding through Vancouver. This is like British weather. Just got into Stanley Park. Watch out for the geese. They're evil. Evil. Wow, we got a totem pole here.
So my trip's coming to an end and I've literally got maple leaves blowing down off the tree all around me. How poetic is that? I've got maple leaves falling down around me. A bunch of Canadian geese right there. All I need to do now is neck some maple syrup and then we've got the full set. So I've just stopped at Rock Point Lighthouse. I've got a great view of the whole harbour here. And then I'm going to be going around the park all the way around there. Oh wow, just come around the corner here. I can now actually sort of see out to the coast. I mean, yes, Vancouver Island is over that way, but this is the coast of the mainland of Vancouver. And I can't see any land on the horizon. Done it. Coast to coast, baby.
Very, very happy right now. So this is Third Beach.
Well, I've officially made it to the west coast of mainland Canada. I know some people are going to say like, oh, what about Vancouver Island? And don't get me wrong, I've been to Vancouver Island before. It's amazing. I want to go back and do an extended trip there. But this trip is just about doing a coast to coast of mainland Canada, and this is the west coast of mainland Canada. It's funny getting off the train and sort of just checking into the hotel and stuff and seeing Vancouver. I was feeling good, but it hadn't quite sunk in yet. And then just riding around Stanley Park, eventually came around the corner so you could see out to, well, there's basically nothing on the horizon. And I was like, oh. Then it just sunk in. I was like, I've done it. I've made it. I don't think a sense of achievement is the right phrase, because I didn't hike from coast to coast. I sat on a train, but it still feels pretty incredible to have traveled all this distance. Feeling very happy, feeling very satisfied, and yeah, it's all just sinking in now. Like, feel a bit emotional, and I should have brought a beer. Maybe there's a little cafe around here that sells them. I don't know. For the rest of the afternoon, I went up to the Vancouver Lookout for a great view over the city. I wandered around Gastown for a bit, checked out some record stores, and picked up some local music. And then in the evening, I went to the pub to watch the Jays with my mate Tim. And then on my final day, I actually hired out a car to go explore a few places around Vancouver and even up in Squamish. But on the last day of my trip, my luck had finally run out with the weather. So I just made it up to Grouse Mountain and managed to see the grizzlies, even though I got absolutely drenched. So huge and so adorable. I love them so much. And then I was actually stuck up there for a while because the cable car stopped for a bit due to the high winds. But all this did was make me realize just how lucky I was with the weather on my entire trip. Like, to be able to travel all the way across Canada in October and have sunshine for the majority of it was super lucky. But yeah, looking back on this trip in terms of getting to know Canada, it was just like a fantastic introductory overview to my new home. And getting to travel overland was really special because you get to see how it all connects, how each place flows into the next one. Plus, I just love traveling on trains. Like, it's super relaxing, just sitting back, watching the landscapes go by, enjoying a drink or two, and just stuffing your face with incredible food. This is amazing chocolate cake.
Yeah, it's good.
And I'm incredibly grateful to all the people I met along the way because everyone was super friendly because, you know, Canada, but also just so passionate and just excited to share their knowledge and share their home.
They don't realize how special this is.
So yeah, I came away from this trip just feeling like what an incredible, incredible country Canada is. And I'm feeling very good about my life choices and feel very fortunate that I get to live here now. And there's still so much more to see than I did in this 1 month trip. Like, Jamie and I have talked about doing an extended trip in Newfoundland and doing an extended trip in Vancouver Island. And of course, I just traveled like the southern strip of Canada. I've still yet to explore the north. Exploring the Northern Territories is something I'm so keen and so excited to do over the next few years and just really get out there in the wilderness because like there's just so much to discover. So yeah, after I finished up in Vancouver, I got back on a plane for the first time in a month, flew back to Winnipeg, where I was reunited with Jamie and of course Rosie.
Home. Yeah. There you go. There you go. Family's back together.
Yeah.
Home sweet home.